Hello, we're at the PCB Expo. This is an annual event for the special PCB manufacturers and industry. We've been to over a dozen expos now as part of the China Supplier 1000 project. We've up to 600 interviews now face to face, and I just want to show you a bit about what these electronic expos are about. And also I want to tell you about the processes that we go through in selecting the suppliers and also getting agreement to work with and go through this interview, which can take up to 1 hour, in some cases from 45 minutes to 1 hour. So on average we have a team of about 3 or 4 people, and we plug them into different suppliers, and each interviewer will do about 3 interviews a day. So come with me and we'll have a look at some of the different parts of the expo. There are 3 different areas. The first area is the materials, the raw materials that are used in the PCB manufacturing. The second area are the actual PCB manufacturers themselves, and the third area are the machinery. So if we just pan around here, what we could see is probably on this side over here is more of the materials suppliers, and they supply materials for the manufacture of PCBs. And moving around this side here, we've got lots more materials here, and very high-end and low-end materials. For example, the one on the corner here, AATI, makes much low-end materials, but they're still very important in the PCB manufacturing business. And if you go on the other side, like Dell Electronic Materials over here, very much high-end and a brand name version of the specialist materials they provide to the PCB manufacturers. I want to show you a few other types of the exhibitors that are at this expo. If you follow me. Follow me. Yeah, we're just here. So if we come over here at this part of the expo, what we can see is some of the more machine manufacturers, and over here we've got some of the machines that are used in the PCB manufacturing. There are so many different parts, about 12 different steps in the PCB manufacturing, each step requiring a different type of machine. And so probably about 2/3 or 3/4 of the exhibitors here are making machines for purchase by the PCB manufacturers. So what I want to show you now is we come over and have a look at some of the PCB manufacturers. They're the ones that actually make the PCBs for the final products. We can see the machines over here that are made. And we call the PCB manufacturers, we call them they're the gold that we have for the interviewers. And we call them the gold because most of our interviews in the China Supplier 1000 project has focused on these type of manufacturers, component manufacturers that go into the final products. And so we're coming to the area where these component manufacturers exist. These are the customers of the machine builders. So they actually buy the machines and then make them together. And the component manufacturers just look like this. And this is what the factory looks like that houses all the machines. And we'll go around the other side to see some of the component manufacturers. So we interviewed this manufacturer this morning, very interesting manufacturer, Singaporean Chinese factory, but they've got factories all over the place, Singaporean manager who wants to internationalise and modernise the management and customer orientation of the factory. Hong Kong manufacturer over here making PCB manufacturers. We interviewed them the day before, and so they had a great time during the interview. They were very nice to us. Hello, thank you. All right. Over here, we've got this manufacturer. They interviewed us this morning. Joey, one of the managers, was very nice to interview us. It's very interesting, a very beautiful picture of their factory, and they were able to tell us that the China government has actually asked them to move to another area, and they were in the process of that. They'll have to do that in the next 12 or 18 months, and that's just part of the modernisation of China and how they want to move different industries into different areas of China. Another Chinese manufacturer over here. Very interesting factory. Thank you very much for the interview today. And so we had a wonderful interview here, and they're making all these products. What are some of the products that we make here?
Yeah.
Some these go into consumer electronics or auto.
For consumer.
Mainly consumer and auto.
These products are for consumer.
Right. Okay.
Consumer, yeah.
Okay. Where's your PCBs that go into cars or the auto machines?
Cars?
Yeah. We've got the cars over here. Is that right?
No, this for medical.
Yes.
The cardboard they do not take out.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for your interview earlier too.
Thank you.
Thank you again. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll see you later. Thank you. So what we have here, there's only about 10 or 12 of the PCB manufacturers in this area, and so we're really fortunate to actually get interviews with all 12 of them, so really happy about that. Thank you. Another PCB manufacturer here. Very interesting, another Chinese factory and making PCBs. So we got most of the big PCB manufacturers in this expo. Let's go and have a look at the really big ones that had huge booths, taken up 2 or 3 times the size of the booths of the other manufacturers. We have TTM Technologies, the Hong Kong company. On this side, we've got Multitech, US company, I'm pretty sure. We interviewed them this morning and had a really good interview with them. And if we go down further, we go back into the machine area, and we just go around behind me. We did interviews with the ALEC and the Mesa and a few others down the road here. So we basically got to interview with all the PCB manufacturers, so very happy with that. Okay, what I want to do is we'll come down to the end of the expo and have a look at some of the materials. Maybe let's have a look. Yeah, well, let's go down about 30 meters and show you some of the material area of the expo. So as with all expos, it's very, very interesting. It can be very disorientating because there's people everywhere, there are booths everywhere, but what you'll see in every expo is laid out in terms of avenues, and they're pretty well laid out in terms of letters and numbers. Another mason, we interviewed them yesterday. I think we did. I forget now. We've done nearly 30 interviews in the last 2 days, so it's quite busy. New Century, we interviewed them. Very interesting company. Had a great time with their interview, so I really appreciate all of their help in getting us interviews. So what I want to do now is, okay, we'll just stop there.